home performance here, but between 7 seniors, only 7 seniors, they have 82 years of dance behind them. When we sat down on that last night to figure that out in the dressing room before we went out and to write that in the announcement, 82 years with only 7 girls. That's pretty darn remarkable. That's amazing. In what other sport in this town can they truly say that they have that many years and that much of a career behind them as only 18-year-olds? And what's more amazing is most of those 82 are mine as well. Most of these seniors were with me since they were 3, 4, 5 years old, and some not long after that. And I can literally remember my first uniform they ever wore, flower power. Pink uniform, little silver skirt, and the big obnoxious yellow flower right on the chest. And I still associate their little faces and those little bodies and those little uniforms, and it's amazing. You can look back and just see the standouts right away. You look around at the 5-year-olds and 3-year-olds and you go, she's going to be awesome someday. She's going to be amazing someday. And you can just see it. And I was very anxious to get to this year to see you 7 seniors rise up and reach your full potential, because I could see that potential 15, 13 years ago, however long you've been at this. So thank you, seniors, for the speeches tonight. We appreciate that. And they're truly well-rounded, remarkable young women. I think you can all see they have a lot to offer, and I know they'll go far. Not necessarily in the field of dance. I know you're not all off to be professional dancers. That's not why we're here, but I think you have an amazing skill set to take with you into these future years. So we wish you the best. Good luck for us. And Kyle's going to say some words
now. Usually makes me follow all the tear jerkers. Give her a chance to catch her breath for a second here. I have one complaint that I'm going to start with. I'm usually a very positive person, but this one is really irritating me, and I just want you to know. The day after we returned from state, Erin sent the pictures of all of you to the Devil's Lake Journal to be put in the paper with 2 6th-place trophies from state competition and the results. In case you're wondering, no, you haven't seen them yet. I haven't either. Erin has contacted the paper a couple of times. I tried again Friday. I am very frustrated that it has been 2 weeks since we returned from state, and there is not a picture in the paper of championship participation for the Dazzlers. If you have a chance to see anyone up there, I would encourage you to try to encourage them to put the Dazzler pictures in the paper. I will be calling again tomorrow, and possibly Tuesday, perhaps Wednesday, again Thursday. That is, if I don't make a personal appearance before then. I think that sometimes what frustrates me most is the lack of respect or appreciation from the community, really, for what these girls do. You want an athlete? You want a championship participant? Take a look. They have accomplished so much, and I want to say congratulations to this team for your season of performing. It was a great season. Everywhere we went, we brought home some hardware. We had better performances throughout. I believe their best performances were at state. You can't ask for anything better than dancers peaking at state competition with their best effort. You know, they did everything they could for us. And so I appreciate that. One of the comments that I got most in the last week or two from anybody and everybody who was sitting in the stands, JFK parents who were here to watch as well, staff members, administration, people in the community, the comment was they couldn't believe the level of dance that the girls are doing. And for those that saw 2 or 3 of the routines, the big comment was about the styles. The difference in the styles. They've got so much going for them. You girls with your kick, your palm, your jazz, didn't look like anybody else's. When we go to competitions, they are very unique, and that is something that we especially take pride in, that they are not cookie cutter. And they do their thing so well, and people were blown away by your jazz routine last week. I can't tell you how many people have talked to me about that jazz routine. and said they wish they could have seen that even more often because that was so unique. They thought the girls were so beautiful, so classy. Let me see, what were some of the other adjectives? So graceful, so emotional. It brought a tear to people's eyes that aren't related to you in any which way. You know, it got to them, the beauty of the dance. And that's something that we really take joy in. You know, Erin and I both started way back when with studio training too, and there's still that love for that basic beauty and grace of a dancer, and that's something that we try to take into these young ladies as far as their adult life. Be a beautiful, graceful, you know, person as you go. Girls, I do want to tell you this, and I want you to keep this in mind because we go up against this every year, but I think sometimes the girls and the parents forget this too. This is a varsity 9 through 12 team. Class A, 9 through 12. Have you thought about how many other Class A teams are 9 through 12? Not so much. Because they have JVs, and so their 9th and 10th graders are usually on the JV team. You've been competing all year against mostly juniors and seniors. Maybe a sophomore, star sophomore thrown in there, here and there. But a lot of the competitions we go to are against the upper crust from bigger schools. With that said, when you joined this team as a freshman, you had no clue what you were getting into, right? Can you agree to that now? I think somebody referenced it earlier. You do not know what you are getting into because most freshmen don't play varsity. We have no bench. You know, it's all about you get out there, you drive yourself, you have to become competitive, you have to put in hours outside of practice, you have a lot of things you have to do to be on this varsity team to stay competitive with everybody else that's out there dancing, mostly juniors and seniors. And a lot of them have a lot longer season than we do. Some of those teams we're up against go 11, 12 months a year. I mean, that's just their life. Erin and I have always believed in having a life besides dance. We believe in family, we believe in other activities, other sports, other strengths, other talents. Yeah, we like them too, as long as they're not between December and February. We tend to lay low there. But yeah, you know, we believe in having a very well-rounded person when we get done. So that is part of our coaching philosophy that I think parents, we just want you to understand that. And then girls, I have to tell you, that means you have to work even harder at your skills, you know? And the choreography that she does with you, that she leads, can't be any harder than what you can accomplish. Do you understand that? You have to work those skills. You have to work those skills so that you constantly are improving. So when we've got a little downtime coming up here, when we've got a little summertime, don't get lazy, don't get lax. Keep working those skills because she can only put in the routine as much as we can do. We would never put you on the floor feeling uncomfortable or risky about something. We need to know that you can and will perform well. All right, so keep that in mind. We have a lot of youngins coming up. We're going to be getting some more with the 8th grade. You're going to have to pull your weight, do your skills, okay? A couple of quick comments from me and then I'll be done. Thank you to the seniors. I appreciate it. I've enjoyed working with you all. It's been a great joy. We've got some great memories. I think you are beautiful young women, and I think most of you, even though your hearts are sort of tugging at dance in high school, are just about ready to move on. You act like you're about ready for the college picture, and that's the goal, to let them fly. So we eventually have to let go. To the rest of you, like I said, keep up your skills, hang in there, keep dancing. Okay, we're looking for more and better from you as life goes on here. So stay tough with that. Families and parents, thank you again. You've heard Erin say it, but thank you for all your support. Especially, I want to say thank you to Gary. He's probably one of the oldest dance dads in the state of North Dakota, and still at it. We rely on him a lot for backup for many different things, so I appreciate that. And we spend many, many hours on dance. And as far as Erin goes, I just want to say that most parents take their kid to work, but Erin's always done things differently. And in this case, she called me one day and said, "Mom, there's a teaching job available in Devil's Lake. Why don't you move here? You and Dad should come here. And Dad could do daycare for baby Bryn, and you could get a job at the high school, and we could be closer. You wouldn't have to drive here to come see us all the time." And you know, that kind of worked for us, as you can see. And then also one day she said, maybe you could try to be the assistant coach, and lo and behold, you know, here I still am. So Erin's the type that takes a parent to work, not a kid. Maybe someday Bryn will follow in her footsteps too, who knows? We'll see what happens here. I know Bryn talks all the time about being a future dazzler, and that's a real compliment to Erin. All these little ones that come through her program and look up to you ladies that are the dazzlers. You're quite the role models in town. So thank you for a good year. We've had a good season. Best of luck to all of you, wherever life takes you down the road, seniors especially. Thank you. Good night.